Hello friend, I am Dhirendra Kumar. Today we discuss the most important topic, economic consequences of foodborne disease. In last video already discussed about the foodborne disease. This is the important topic. What is the foodborne disease? Foodborne illness is a combination of what economists call the experience good and credence good. Food is an experience good in that the consumer can determine whatever it can be cause illness only after it is consumed. If any consumer take food and these food having a wide range of microorganisms, so they cause foodborne illness. Food is credence good in that the consumer faculty cannot tell certainly whether it actually cause an illness. Like illness due to wide range of microorganisms like E. coli occurs several days after ingestion, and listeria can cause illness week or a month after ingestion. Wide range of microorganisms cause foodborne disease. They take symptoms after few days, after 1 week. We are not easily sophisticated which type of food cause foodborne illness. Government regulation tend to be necessary in such case because private sector initiative tend to be ineffective in providing adequate level of safety because of inadequate information and high transaction cost. This is the important. Government generate wide range of regulation regarding to food safety, but the private level they have no much more knowledge about the information and high transaction cost of foodborne hazard. The important question facing regulator is how much safety to ensure, which pathogen and chemical to regulate, what level of contamination to allow, and what food to target first. There are wide range of chemical and biological agents they cause food hazard. The regulator is not known which type of pathogen and chemical are present in their food. This is the most important question. The regulator always facing this problem. The societal cost of foodborne illness affect all three major sectors of the economy: individual, household, industry as well as government. People who become ill bear costs such as medical expense, productivity loss and pain as well as suffering. Industry costs include effect of pathogens on animal productivity development and implementation of new control option. Government budget pay for disease surveillance, investigation of outbreak and research to identify new pathogen control. So we know well there are various type of pathogen day to day generated due to environmental factor, due to wide range of factor. These pathogen cause wide range of diseases. Government is unable to identify, investigate such type of pathogen. They take a lot of time for identification. Like COVID-19 is also a viral infection, viral disease. They take a wide range of investigation by the various scientists. After that they got vaccine, but the disease may hazard a wide range of wide range of human being in different level, like India also. Background and historical significance. Microbial hazard. The foodborne disease are caused by ingested bacteria, fungi, parasite, virus and toxic they produce in contaminated food or water or by person-to-person contact. The foodborne disease is caused by the presence of pathogens in food, water. Yeah, we can say they are also spread through person-to-person contact. The Economic Research Service in US Department of Agriculture and the Center for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition in USA, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, have estimated the annual human illness cost for a number of foodborne disease. ERS estimate the total cost of 5 major bacterial pathogens are 6.9 billion annually. This is the much more cost. Center for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition estimate a cost 28.1 billion for 9 major causes of foodborne disease. In their estimate for human foodborne illness cost, both ERS and CFSAN include medical cost, productivity loss, and for missing work, and an estimate of the value of premature death. CFSAN also include the estimate of the cost of pain and suffering due to illness. Gastrointestinal problem and vomiting are common acute symptom of many foodborne illness. This is the major symptom. Gastrointestinal problem and vomiting is the major, is the simple and many foodborne illness. This is the data generated to USDA economic. This is the important data. Campylobacter infection are estimated to cause 20 to 40%, and one of the GBS case a major cause of paralysis unrelated to trauma in United States. About 1.5% of E. coli bacteria disease patients develop hemolytic uremic syndrome HUS, which usually involve RBC destruction, kidney failure, and neurological complications like stroke, etc. Scientists' basis and implication: microbial hazard. The social cost of human illness associated with the microbial foodborne pathogen have been estimated with the cost of illness method. COI analyze have estimated only the individual's medical cost, lost productivity, and value of premature death from a particular illness or injury. Melchberg developed the cost of illness method in 1950 and Rice modified its empirical application in 1966. The application of the method of foodborne illness is limited but increasing. Latest COI estimate for 5 foodborne pathogens. This is the important topic they are asking in various food and safety post. ERS estimate of medical cost, productivity loss, and value premature death for disease caused by 5 foodborne diseases is 6.9 billion per year. The bacterial pathogen are Campylobacter, Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, monocytogenes. Here we correct the name of the bacteria. Campylobacter, BACTER, bacter. Kindly correct. Okay, thank you. ERS use CDC estimate of the annual number of foodborne illness, hospitalized death for these pathogens. Over 250 organisms are known to cause foodborne disease. It means there are wide range of microorganisms they cause foodborne disease. The minor symptom of the foodborne disease is the gastrointestinal problem, vomiting, dysentery. This is the common symptom of the foodborne diseases. Yeah, foodborne illness caused by wide range of microorganisms exist in our food, exist in our water. Thank you. All the best. I will discuss on next lecture on part 2 food hazard, biological prevalence of foodborne pathogen. Thank you. All the best.